Since he was so aware of politically how he had to balance himself, because it was extremely turbulent times for everybody, because that was the phase of history which was very, very, very turbulent in that sense. But Mysore became the first princely state to actually sign the instrument of accession. What do you think prompted JCW to actually sign those papers?
Wow. If you read the book Integration of the Princely States by V.P. Menon, you will see that the promise of freedom, right, when it actually happened, it was a nightmare, right? So by then India had already had elections in its provinces,
Right,
another lesser known fact, right? And the idea, it must have hit the Nehru VP Menon coalition at that point in time, that the idea of a Balkan India, right, where if you let these princely states go scot free, and the princely states with, and there were a dime a dozen princely states. There was the Saurashtra, there was the
yeah,
Rajputana, which were like, there were princely states as small as, like 15 people. Sometimes it was just a single pedigree family that was calling itself a princely state. And there were the large big five kingdoms such as Mysore, Indore, Bhop, and all of that. So the idea of a Balkan India, right, where if you allow these princely states to completely choose their allegiances, it is, we might actually lose our freedom, our hard earned freedom, as quickly as we would lose it very quickly. So the idea was to, it was VP Menon's genius that came up with this idea. It was a gulpable bill where the princely kingdoms externalize their defense and externalize
right,
and uh, and their security matters pertaining to that, and that they would join what is called the Indian Union. So the Indian Republic did not quite exist then, right? So the Dominion of India, they would join the Dominion of India and the Indian Union, and that was an effort to sort of consolidate the nation as we understand it today. And but for the Sardar and VP Menon's genius, and the landslide that was caused by Mysore, one of the big five states in sort of signing the instrument of accession, that that piece of history would have not been that easy. We all know how Hyderabad was resisting it, and the whole Kashmir story is quite popular. I don't need to reiterate that. So the Maharaja actually held a meeting with several other large princely kingdoms, and I think on August 6th or the 7th, he was the first person to sign the instrument of accession and join the Indian Union. And in many ways, that started this landslide where other princely kingdoms came forward and started signing the instrument of accession. So again, Mysore showed the way about how it can be done with grace. And Mysore again quietly
right,
created history, and the Maharaja again quietly changed the
right.
destinies of India for India.